What's up, mortals? It's Dante from the anime Underworld, and today we have a new chapter for 4 Nights of the Apocalypse, Chapter 185, A Serious Matter. We got a big surprise this chapter, so let's get right into it. We continue where we left off with the winner of the first round of the second block is Percival. Donnie's amazed at how much stronger Percival is now because of that weapon, but Anne is also, wondering, was it really a good idea for him to take off the hood? Even Percival is wondering that, with Dub saying it gets awfully stuffy, but he thinks that he'd blown his cover already, which, yeah, you think? A group of Camelot knights enter the scene, asking the people to remain seated as they have just a few moments to deal with this issue. A squid-helmeted knight says, "Are you Dubs? The Lord has asked us to take you to the Palace of Camelot." The crowds are starting to panic, with the Leonis knights worried that, he caught up to them, while everyone's wondering what exactly is the matter. Percival is ready to defend Dubs and willing to give up everything that they worked for just so he can escape. But he assures them that there's no need. You can't afford to forget your mission right now, right? If you cause a fuss, you'll waste your golden opportunity. So Dubs goes willingly. Percival is sad that his friend is getting arrested, but Dubs complies with the knights putting him in handcuffs and escort him away. Beltreipe tells Caperon to go make sure that the escort goes well, just to be sure. Extra security. But when Dubs pass by Gawain, his master, she asks for help, and he just shakes his head, not really. It's really nice to see this side of Gawain. She's really caring about her attentives. Dubs is being escorted away, but the humans are actually not that rude to him. You'd think that Camelot of all people would be, hateful to a giant, but they say to him that he's sure that His Royal Majesty will receive a royal welcome, and they'll put his talents for good use, for the sake of Camelot. Even one says that he heard stories of the giant since he was a kid. This is honestly pretty surprising that these humans aren't being a little bit more racist. Meanwhile, Dubs just has a weird giddy look on his face, saying, "That was the best thing I've crafted in a long time. I wonder what I should make next." Dude is acting like a content creator after he made his best video ever and wondering how could he top that one. It's sadly understandable. But Caperon hops in saying, "Hey, wait a moment just for me." He's out of breath, but tells him that Lord Beltreipe has directed him to watch over the prisoners' escorts. The knights seem offended, asking so he doesn't trust our skill. But Caperon says, "I understand Dubs is quite the wily and crafty sort, you see. I fear your talents may not suffice in subduing him." What do you mean by that? I'm not about to take this sitting down. Wow, these guys went from friendly to aggressive. But Caperon, he's just doing a couple of poses and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend." Okay then. And from his fingers, a flash of light erupts and shoots them in the head. Caperon's fingers are still lighting, and he puffs them as if they were finger guns. And the Royal Knights decide to comply, saying, "We thank you for joining us, Lord Caperon. Let us be quick with this transport." And with those energy beams still in their head, they walk off. But Caperon, he releases Dubs, while the other knights are thinking that they're still escorting the knight. By the time they'll reach the palace, they'll have no idea what they were sent out to do. Arthur will have their heads for sure. Oh man, that's really brutal. And Dubs asks, "That was rewrite light." It's been a while. Yep, you all probably have guessed it. Caperon was actually Gowther. Hey, what do you know? He was actually in this arc the whole time. And here I thought he was mystery package. Well, hey, I was still right. He was in Camelot, just not the person you were expecting. And we also get to see that Gowther has his new appendages after the incidents with the Green Knight. I'm surprised he's so close. Dubs asks Gowther, "Since when have you been in Vanderwind?" And the Goat of Lust responds saying, "Just before the festival began, I'm working away from my companions." Ah, so that's why Percival didn't notice your presence. You're not life after all. With Dubs moving his hand through the illusion. So what's the range on this illusion? It's the whole cauldron, thanks to your Harriet weapon. Even Dubs is surprised, saying, "But I must hand it to you, 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐿. even tricking Beltreipe, one of the four evils? Gowther retorts, just some payback for taking half of my body. Well, alright, that was a joke. We infiltrated and went to uncover the secrets behind the four evils, him included. They've all been given power to surpass their normal body's capabilities. A piece of chaos, you mean? And Gowther explains, I've delved into Beltreipe's nervous system to work out the process, but the chaos has already spread across the body like a cancer. It's made analyzing his memories very tough. Yeesh, looking after this, no wonder some of these knights are going crazy. Chaos is infecting them in a bad way. And one thing that Gowther found out is that there is a specifically secure lock has been placed over the memories of one that he cherishes the most. In other words, those that make him hesitant and refute to an extreme decision from Arthur, his deepest desires, what he cherishes most. And we get to see some of it. Clearly his little girl, but also in the background, something that we might be familiar with if we remember hard enough. Gowther shows one of the few things that he found out, a royal crest. You know, that symbol that was on the side of Tristan's new armor. Dubs tries to remember, saying that it's from a small kingdom. And Gowther explains that it is from a royal family, one that fell into a civil war 48 years ago. The small kingdom, a Castillo. Most of the royal families were executed in the revolts, but only 2 princes survived. One of them, the second prince, had been labeled the Cursed Child, and a maid helped him flee from the revolt years ago. Fans will know him as Escanor, the lion's sin of pride. And as for the other brother, his name was Damon, the firstborn prince and Escanor's older brother. His fate was subject to rumor during the war, but these memory fragments indicate that he survived. And through the memories, we see it. We see the truth. The broken arm and Beltreipe still holding his once broken appendage. The truth is revealed that the identity of Beltreipe is Damon, the older brother. Yep, it is revealed that Escanor's older brother, the one who beat him just because he was jealous, and Escanor broke his arm, survived. He's alive. The Green Knight is the brother of the sin of pride. This is, oh man, I was not expecting this. This is a nice way to bring back an old forgotten character in such a big way. The two heroes realize how serious the matter is, even with Dub saying, I see, so this is a serious matter. Ooh, he said the thing. I had best return before they get suspicious of me. But Dub's assuring, okay, I'll do what I can for my end too. Just let me know if you need anything. Dubs gives I'm not real sure what that hand gesture is. Maybe it's live long and prosper. I don't know. Saying, it's been great to speak with you. I always do enjoy chatting with you. But we return back to the Colosseum with Gowther now as Caperon, making sure that Beltreipe doesn't get suspicious, saying, is everything taken care of? Oh yes, not a single loose string untied. And now it's time to begin the second fight of Block A. And that is how we end chapter 185. This was such a good chapter. And Nakaba is bringing back a lot of old characters in a good way. Kay was, nothing more than a side character, but now he played such a little but yet important role when it comes to the family in Camelot. And now we have Damon returning back from assumably being dead, trying to one-up his long dead brother. And let's just say that he's accomplished it. So many characters are afraid of him. Even Gowther is afraid of Beltreipe. I think he'd be proud if he could remember who he actually is if it wasn't for freaking chaos. Now the question is, how strong even is the Green Knight? Based on Arthurian legends, Gawain is probably gonna have to fight the Green Knight because, well, Damon got hurt by Sunshine, by Escanor. So if he sees, Sunshine in actual action, he's probably going to have something triggered in his mind. Upsetting memories, possibly of when Escanor broke his arm, noticing the power, and is going to get very suspicious. This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. He's been growing suspicious of the four knights and not even realizing it. But if he sees Sunshine, Daemon might actually snap and the spell could be gone. We're just gonna have to see what happens next in chapter 186. What did you think about this chapter? What did you like? Let me know in the comments. And if you love 7 Deadly Sins, subscribe to this channel. We'll be out with more content very soon. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld. I'll see you mortals later.